Guys, what's going on? In today's video, I wanted to do something special for you. If you've got your license as a mortgage loan originator and you're still slightly uncomfortable qualifying people, you're trying to do events with third-party vendors like real estate agents and so forth, like open houses and things, and people are going to walk in, you're going to want to qualify them really quickly, but you're still a little nervous about that. Or maybe you're just trying to sharpen up your skill a little bit in being able to qualify borrowers. Let's just pretend that we were in an open house and I was working with a real estate partner. People are just walking in. They want to get an idea of whether they would be able to qualify or not. Now for that, I'm going to use my amortization calculator, which if you guys need is available at loanbrook.com. And you'll see a tab on the top. It's going to say calculators. Just click on it. You could use it at an open house, just like I'm doing right now, all right? So let's get started, all right? Oh, by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Zevi Schaffer, and I'm an owner of a mortgage company. It's called Loanbrook Inc. It's a wholesale mortgage business in Los Angeles. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so other people like yourself can find it. And also, if you like these type of videos, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. Now with that, let's dive in, let's get started. You have talked to a referral partner, a real estate agent, which is great because that's where a lot of your deals are going to be coming from, building those relationships. But at the same time, they're asking you to join them at the open house, and you might or might not feel so comfortable with people are going to walk up and they want you to pre-qualify them on the spot. So if you're trying to figure out how to do that, this would be a great video for you to watch. I'm going to pretend that a borrower just walked in and we're going to have a conversation with them and you're going to be able to take some notes. So let's get started, all right? You're doing an open house with a real estate agent, and the open house, let's just say, is a purchase price of $500,000, all right? $500,000. Now, maybe I should write big so you guys can, I'm not sure how clear it is over there, so I'm just going to make it really big. Here, 500,000. Okay? The borrower is going to put down 20%. So I'm going to have a conversation with him. Whatever. Joe walks in. Hey, Joe, how you doing, buddy? Great. How'd you like this place? Wonderful. Would you consider putting an offer in? Yes. I just don't know if I'm qualified or not. Terrific. Let's figure out real quickly if you might be qualified. The house price is 500. How much do you want to put down, Joe? I'm thinking I'm going to put down 20%. Now, mind you, 20% is great because there's no mortgage insurance, all right? So let's run with that. They're putting down 20%, so their loan amount is going to be $400,000, okay? This was the purchase, this is the loan. I'm going to keep it simple because I'm going to go through a lot of scenarios. So I know that Joe is 400 loan amount, right? And I'm just going to baseline this at 7%, even though rates have come down a little bit. So the principal and interest payment on $400,000, it's called PI, principal and interest, is basically $26.61. Now, I'm in Los Angeles. I don't know where you're at. And the property tax bracket here is 1.25. So I'm going to take the purchase price, 500, and I'm going to multiply it by 1.25%. That's 6,020 divided by 12 equals $520 for tax. Okay, so this was PI, principal and interest tax. And then I could actually use the loan amount, 400,000 times 0.03% equals 120. I don't think that's right. Let me see something. Times 0.3%, right? 1,200 divided by, okay, so we got $100 in insurance. Now, this for me was 1.25% of the purchase price. This for me was 0.3% of the loan amount. This is the tax, this is the insurance. All right, I add these puppies up. I got $26.61 plus $520 plus $100. I got $3,281. This would be the all-in payment on this house, basically the loan, that's $400,000. Now, mind you, there's no homeowner association here. This is not a condo. If there was, there would be another payment. So I'm going to use $3,281 Remember that number, 3281. And I'm going to show you what comes next. Here we go. So we're going to do 3281. That was the payment. We call it PITI, Principal, Interest, Taxes, and Insurance, 3281. And I'm going to divide this by 45% because that's the qualifier. Now, if I do that, that means that this person's income needs to be $7,291 a month, okay? Or times 12 is basically $87,500 a year for them to be able to qualify for that $400,000 loan. When I have a conversation, hey Joe, great, so you like the house, wonderful. Out of curiosity, do you make about $90,000 a year? Yeah, I actually make 120. Great, you're on the right track. Meaning that this is just the house payment. I don't know what's on their credit, right? But if they say, oh, 90,000, no, I make like 50,000 a year. You're way off, stop. They're not gonna qualify. You gotta significantly reduce the loan amount or look for a new property for them. All right, Susan walks in through the door, right guys? All right, you're doing an open house. Now we're gonna make it a little bit different. You're doing an open house with a real estate agent. The property value is $600,000. Oh, this is so much better. $600,000. Susan walks through the door. Hey Susan, how are you? I'm Zevi, nice to meet you. Thinking about buying this property? Yeah, but I don't know if I qualify. Let's check this out super quick. How much of a down payment do you have? You know, I could probably put down about 5%. Mortgage insurance, less than 20% down. No problem. Okay, so she could put down 5%, that's 30,000. We know Susan is gonna be financing $570,000. We go back to our mortgage calculator. $570,000, guys. I'm just, again, baseline 7%. We got ourselves a payment here of, I'm just gonna round up to $3,800. I'm rounding this up. That's the principal and the interest. Now, mind you, because Susan doesn't have 20% down, I'm gonna hit her for 0.5% here of mortgage insurance. So 570, this loan amount, times 0.5% equals 2,850 divided by 12 for the monthly. I got myself $238 of mortgage insurance. I took the loan amount and I multiplied it times 0.5% to find the MI, the mortgage insurance. Plus, minus, it could be less, but I'm gonna hit her for 0.5%. This is conventional lending, by the way. All right, same story now. 600,000 times 1.25. I'm trying to get the property tax here. So that's 625 for the tax. This was 1.25 in Los Angeles. And I'm gonna go 570 loan amount times 0.3%. to find the insurance, which gives me $143. Okay, there we are. We got 3,800 plus 238 plus 625 plus 143 equals $4,806. This is PITI, all right? Principal, interest, taxes, insurance plus mortgage insurance. We don't have homeowner association here. Assuming that we haven't run their credit and we don't know what other liabilities exist, I'm basically going to take this number and I'm going to divide it by the qualifier of 45%. So I'm dividing that by 45%. Susan needs to make $10,680 a month or 100 and I hope you can see this, $128K a year. So I'm going to be asking Susan, hey Susan, 600 loan purchase price, 570 loan amount, you're 5% down. You can have some mortgage insurance here. Do you make approximately 11,000 a month or about 128, 130 a year? If the answer is yes, I make 150, we have room for anything else on the credit. If the answer is no, I make like 85,000 a year, Susan does not qualify. See? So you could do this really, really quickly. And by the way, I know we're covering a lot of ground here, so if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below and let me know what they are and we'll go through them, all right? But I just want you to get comfortable with if somebody's literally standing in front of you asking you to get pre-qualified, what does that look like? Next up, we got Aaron. Aaron walks into the house. Right now we're doing an open house. This is a fancy house, 800,000. I guess it depends which part of the country you're in. For us, that might be a condo in Los Angeles. And speaking of condos, I actually want to throw in HOA, okay, homeowner association. So let's talk about that. Let's give it the full package now. Aaron walks in, 800,000. I'm right here with the real estate agent. Aaron likes the house. Let's see if Aaron qualifies. So Aaron, how much of a down payment do you want to put down? I want to put down 10%. Great. All right. So we have a loan amount of 720. Now we know that because it's less than 20%, it's going to be mortgage insurance, right? So mortgage insurance on 720. Again, I'm going to go with a 0.5% right here, 0.5%, which means that that's going to give me mortgage insurance of about $300 a month. Let's figure out what the payment is. I'm getting ahead of myself. Of 720. All right, we got ourselves a payment of $47.90. That's the PI, the principal and interest. Same story. I'm in Los Angeles, so 800,000 times 1.25%. All right, divided by 12. I got myself 833 in tax. That was 1.25%. Okay, I'm going to go 0.3% for the insurance, and that's off the loan amount, not the purchase price. So 720 times 0.3% divided by 12. I got 180 for insurance. Now, mind you, remember we said it's a condo? So I'm going to go with a minimum of $400 here for the HOA. Now, you don't have to guess. You could actually ask the real estate agent what the HOA is. I'm going to go ahead and rack up these numbers. 4790 plus 300 plus 833 plus 180 plus 400 equals 6503. Okay, we call that PITIA, including association fees, okay, for homeowner association. Same thing, we divide this guy by 45%. Aaron needs to make $14,451 a month or $174K a year just to get started. So you got 10% down, that's $80,000, loan amount of $720. We're buying a condo with 400 HOA. There's mortgage insurance calculated at 0.5%, $300 a month. The total PITI, 6,500, divided by 45% is a qualifying ratio. You know that if $6,500 is the expense, it cannot be more than 45% of their income. So their income is $14,500 a month or $174 a year. I was going to go through more scenarios, but I think you're getting the picture here. So this is basically you standing with a real estate agent in an open house. This is what it's going to look like. You could do this on paper in minutes. And if you have any questions about it, again, just drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to go through them with you, all right? Let me know what you've learned. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more videos like this in the future, please subscribe. I would highly appreciate that. The same concept applies to commercial deals, which are consistently higher in value, higher loan amounts, higher commissions, all right? If you want me to do a video on that, drop me a comment, let me know. I'll be happy to go through it with you. I personally really love commercial deals, as you know, and I've went through to create the Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy. It took me a year. I basically boxed up about 10 years of my knowledge. It's available for you in the description below via link. Feel free to check it out. All right, guys, again, as always, appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for watching this, and I'll catch you again on the next video. Take care.